everybody? Everybody, welcome for to another cloud. What's the name of the show? Get Cloud Gaming Scrub Down. Welcome everybody. I'm trying to pump up my energy. I've been super tired this week, man. I don't know. I'm blaming the heat. I'm blaming the humidity of being out there in the new job out in the sun. I feel like I'm getting darker. Yeah, I'm starting to look like my shirt now. So I am a little bit tired. What was I gonna say? A little bit I forgot the word. It's an army. I was gonna use an army word, but I forgot it. So yeah, we're back on. So remember, this show is meant to be at 9 in the morning for me, which is 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. But because of the new job and I'm trying to get used to the schedule, I've been planning it for 9. But I figure, as soon as I get a chance to jump in here and chat with you guys and kind of scrub the news, I've been doing that. So that's why this is kind of like a random time. There's a bunch of stuff that I have to do later on, so I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to stream it at 9. So that's the reason why I'm going live at like 3:47 p.m. my time. And another thing too, aside from that, is that last night I was supposed to stream GFN and I crashed. Like I thought I was gonna be home with enough time to plan everything out, get ready. And I got off of work, had to rush. My wife is in Maui right now, so I have to do a lot of the things. Oh yeah, hey Cherryman Gaming, you're in New York, right? I think I heard you mention somewhere. Yeah, so we're about a 6 hour difference, so it's almost 10 p.m. for you. So normally this would be on at 3 in the morning if I did it when I scheduled it, or it would be at 3 p.m. If I did it when I wanted to for you guys. But again, yesterday, got done with work. I rushed to get my youngest daughter. They can't release her yet. She's 8 years old, so somebody has to pick her up. At least I think another year or two, I forget. And so I had to rush and go get her. And then the older one has like after school activities, but not in school. So I had to go get her, drop her off for two activities. The little one had swim, so I had to take her to a swim class. And then I had to go pick up my older one and I had to go get dinner. Anyways, we got home. I ate dinner with my girls and I was supposed to get ready to put them to bed. And I just fell asleep. I fell asleep and I completely forgot about everything. I woke up early in the morning, 6 a.m. to try to get them to school. But yeah, so that was the issue. Let me switch screens real quick. Since we got you guys jumping on, we got Mr. Urban World. ¿Qué pasó, mi amigo? ¿Cómo estamos? ¿Cómo está? O lo miré hace ratito ¿con quién era? Con ¿con quién estabas? You were in somebody's stream and I can't remember who it was. But also I want to mention before we keep going, I want to mention that Consigno signed up to be a member, and I guess I wasn't streaming it, or I streamed it and I was streaming and I missed it. I don't know what happened, but Consigno, I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Appreciate that a lot, a lot, a lot. I haven't been my membership's been kind of slow, so I haven't really been putting out too much membership content. I did back when I got my first couple members, and then they kind of dropped off for a little bit. One of them came back, and I was putting member stuff, but then I figured, you know what, I'm gonna release all the member stuff to public, and then what I'll do is once it picks back up, I'll start doing early access instead of just only members. It'll be early access videos and stuff like that. So that's what we're gonna be doing that. Cloud Nation and Primo, yeah. Watching two streams at once. Yeah. Am I stepping on somebody's stream? Oh, Cloud Nation. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So normally I check to see if anybody's streaming, so I don't step on anybody's stream, but I'm kind of rushing today. And I do enjoy doing this show, even if like, even if sometimes it's this weird time where people can't really show up. I just enjoy this format. I'm very nerdy. I like researching, and so this format is the one that works best for me. And so I wanted to put it out there, even if people catch it on the VOD instead of live. But yeah, it's Kai. Yesterday we were talking about anime. Yeah, so I caught you yesterday. And then today I was watching somebody. Was it John or was it? It was somebody, and then you were in. Oh, I think it was SPG. I think you were in SPG's stream. But anyways, welcome. Thank you for being here. So yeah, again, if you're new to this format, this show, I wonder if I should make it a podcast. I always kind of thought I should be making something a little bit more with a little bit more professionalism. And I do like this format, so maybe I can figure out a better way to present it. Primo, so what are you top 3 cloud services right now? So right now, so this month I'm testing GFN. That's the one I'm doing the 3080 tier test, and it looks good, but it's not perfect. It's kind of irritating because of how you have to input games sometimes manually. How you have to keep signing in to different services, sometimes even back to GFN. And then I do get skips. I do get lag. The blacks are kind of not super clean. And so right now, just by the experimenting that I've done, by the testing that I've done, Luna looks the best for me. So $10 is also a better price when you consider that if I pay $10 for Luna Plus, I get the 4 or 5 games from a Prime channel, and then about 120 something from Luna Plus. And I got the controller, which is Wi-Fi. I rarely get any kind of lag as long as the internet's doing okay. But if I do the $10 for GFN, yeah, I do get the free to play, which is 100 and something, but I get those on the Nintendo too, on the Switch. A lot of the free to play games on GFN are the same ones that I have access to on Nintendo. And Nintendo, I pay $4 for online access. And so the 3080 is not doing it for me. I know everybody says it's amazing and it does look good, but Luna does just as good of a job with 1080. So right now I'm thinking I'm either gonna do $10 GFN and just keep collecting games from Epic and Amazon Prime and all those. So maybe some discounted Steam keys, or I'll do Luna Plus. But I also considered Ubisoft Plus on Luna because it's not a lot of games, but it's games that I enjoy. So yeah, I'm just kind of messing around. xCloud is almost, I don't know. It's not gonna be. It's not at the top of the list. I could change my mind. You know what I mean? I went to Target yesterday and I was looking at, hey, SPG, welcome, buddy. Welcome. Yeah, I'm always streaming late for you, yeah? So I was trying to stream a little bit earlier today. I was just talking about you. I saw Mr. Urban World in your stream earlier today, I think. And in fact, if you look at the second story that pops up, let me switch screens. It's scoring on Xbox Game Pass. So I saw you and John playing it today. John Scar. It's not my type of game, but you guys make it entertaining. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll play it in the middle of the day. But yeah, so right now, I'm gonna give every service a chance. I'll do my little pros and my cons. I kind of feel bad, man. I don't know if I'm being unfair with GFN because I'm spoiled from Stadia. I've always liked Luna, so I didn't really have too many negatives about Luna, even though I didn't have access to the beta. Right now, I have one pro for GFN. It says looks great. that's my. I'm not even joking around, man. I'm seriously. This is my pros right here, and then these are all my cons. And so I'm like, this doesn't look balanced. It doesn't look fair. So I'm gonna try to finish out the month, make an effort to look for more positives. I mean, actually, you know what? I should put on here lots of free to play games. That's a good pro. And then what is it? Lots of free games. If you think of Epic and all the lots of free games. I can't. I ride like a chicken, bro. I think a chicken can ride better than me. But yeah, man, I have a lot of cons, and it's the free tier. What is it? What do I have in here? The free tier queues are pretty long. You know what I mean? Compared to Stadia being completely free and not having any queues. Finding games from other libraries, like you almost have to do a side by side comparison to try to find the games that you own and then activate them on GFN, because Epic doesn't do it automatically. At least I haven't, unless I'm doing something wrong. If I get a new game on Epic, once in a while it'll pop up without me doing anything. Most of the time I have to go and actually click on the plus sign, select Epic, and then click it. It seems like Steam should do it automatically, because you can do a sync. In fact, SPG, I think you mentioned it in one of the streams I saw you today. I don't know if it was your stream but you mentioned that you had to do manually a manual selection, which gets irritating. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me read this here. I gotta get used to reading the chat up here because I left some. I'm streaming on Twitch too, and I left some people out last time, and they were pretty upset. All right, so I've been talking to the owners of Maximum Settings, and trust me, this is going to be the cheapest upfront cloud service to get into, and there's no monthly fees. Maximum Settings is it's a cloud service, or is that a magazine, or what is Maximum Settings? Cloud gaming. Oh, okay. All right, you guys can see that, right? What is this? Linux mid-based dedicated gaming PCs. Oh, okay, but then, so this is like Shadow, right? This is like Shadow, where you have to install and update. Yeah, so oh, Debian. I used to be a Debian user. Okay, so I'm gonna add this one to the list, and I'm gonna test this one out too. So I'm gonna test Shadow, Black Nut, all these Utopic, whatever that one is. So I'm gonna test all of them out until Stadia is dead, officially dead. And then if I have more to review, I'll review them. And once I review all of them, I am going to try PC games too. I'm going to try to install games on this PC to try to figure out what level of games I can install. Can I like all AAA games out of like impossible to play on this thing? Or is it like maybe indie games? Can I play indie games on this one? I think it's going to be based off not hard drive space, but the workload. SPG, what word am I thinking about? Like next gen games require more of a processing power. Is it a load? I can't think of the right word, but I know there's one. But anyways, yeah, the GPU limitations. My GPU is like 790 or something, whatever that NVIDIA 790, or I forget already. You can choose between AMD and NVIDIA's GPUs. You get an SSD and a hard drive along with fiber internet speeds. It's incredible. But then I wonder if that's going to work here in Hawaii though, because I can't think of anybody that has fiber here in Hawaii. You will only need $5 to have a powerful PC. If you ever want it, let me know, and I'll be yours. It'll be yours forever. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. I'm on Twitter too, and I think I gave you my number. Yeah, so you can just text me if there's a link that you think I should go and check out. Fun gaming. Yeah, I was really interested in that NVIDIA 4090 conversation you guys were having, SPG, earlier in Cloudy Thoughts. I'm down to play any game in town. Nice. It's the same as Shadow, except you don't have to pay 25 to 45. Yeah, that's the only thing about Shadow that I don't see it as, it's definitely not on my top of the list, because $45, man, I can get, if let's say the high end, right? $45. I can get Luna plus, I can get Ubisoft Plus, so that's 28, and then I can get Xbox Cloud Gaming. That's 28, so 38, 42. Yeah, so like those three. Throw in a $10 GFN priority tier, and I got almost everything for just a little bit more. Yes, load CPU, load. Yeah, load. That's right. That's right. So I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a bunch of modern games that I won't be able to run on this one, but I have a bunch that aren't there that are. I have a lot of games through the free Epic Games and Prime Gaming and Steam keys that are not on GFN. So I'm gonna try those on this computer and see where it starts breaking down and heating up and all that stuff. Plus Windows 11 is about to drop direct storage. So this computer cannot run Windows 11. So that's another one. That's how you know it's old. Gotcha. I'll be updating you. A huge update is coming this holiday season. Yeah, I'm down to check out anything. I'm open-minded right now. That's why I do feel a little bit bad that I have so many cons for GFN when everybody's kind of praising it. But yeah, it's like one of those things, man. You keep comparing it to your ex-girlfriend, and then nothing good comes out of that. So we'll see. I'm open-minded. Like I said, these horror games aren't really my thing, but I'm willing to try it out, see if I might change my mind about them. So let me do a refresh real quick. It says the earliest. Okay, so nothing new. So the earliest article is from 4 hours ago. Apple Music is now on Xbox. So I actually went to Target. Did I say this? I started out by saying I went to Target and I saw they had one Xbox X series and like 3 or 4 S series, and I'm like, if I get like my brain started like working, trying to do the math, and I was like, okay, so if I buy this, it's $500, and then I'll just pay the $15 for the Ultimate. And then that way, if games that I really like, I can just download them and play them. I already have a capture card. I can just run it on here. It can sit right next to me. But then I'm like, wait a second. This refrigerator is smaller than the X series, and it didn't fit over here. So there's no space for the Xbox X series. And then I'm like, well, $500 and just so I can buy games and pay a subscription, and I just couldn't do it, man. My brain was going off trying to find the slightest loophole to convince myself to get it, and I couldn't do it. There's just the math didn't add up, so it just sat there, which is rare because when's the last time you saw an Xbox Series X just sitting in a shelf? In Target. It was behind glass, but you know what I mean. Join your gaming PC. So which card do you have on your PC, SPG? I didn't get a chance. I've been running around all day. I didn't get a chance to look at your video. I am gonna check it out. But which is it? The 3080, the 30 no, not the 3080. 3070 is the one that is most accessible right now, right? I have built computers before. I haven't really messed with this one because I just bought the most expensive one at Costco. It was more for video and picture editing. But I have built PCs before. I used to be a Linux guy. I used to, take motherboards from some computers. I would drive around the neighborhood and pick up on big trash day. I would drive around the neighborhood when I was a college student, and I would pick up just computer parts off the streets, because you used to see a bunch of like older PCs, just laying around, and then I used to pull the parts and then and move them around and mess with it, and I would create servers for my house, for my apartment, because I was big into downloading movies and shows and stuff. And so I used to build my own servers with Linux from trashed computers. So I would get like, you go to the rich neighborhoods, and then obviously they got some nice trash over there, and I would this is here in Hawaii, by the way. and I would go drive around, pick up a couple computers here and there, check out what parts it had. If it had a good motherboard, but everything else was trashed or missing, I would just take the motherboard, clean it up. If it had a good power supply and there was no motherboard, or it was all cracked, or it wasn't functional, then I would keep the power supply, if that makes any sense. And I would just put them together, like literally out of the case on my desk. Power supply here, motherboard here, hard drive over here, and then I would just connect the VGA to my spare monitor. I wish I didn't take pictures that much back in those days, but I wish I did. I would have so many cool pictures. There's no one-stop shop, one size fits all fix to replace Stadia, sadly. Yeah. And then I was telling Lo-Fi when we were in Jeff's Discord, I'm losing a lot of the interest that I had for gaming. I just bought Splatoon 3 so I can try to stream that on Saturdays when I do my Nintendo stuff. And I got into, and I think I was like 3-4 dialogue boxes in, where I was like, I'll play it later. $60 game. I rarely pay full price for a game, so yeah, I love it, man. I used to put all kinds of stuff together. I was studying electrical engineering, so I had I can't even remember the names anymore, but I had power supplies, so if something required 5 volts, so many milliamps, I can adjust it manually. If I needed a board, I can make I had little breadboards. I had little breadboards that I can customize circuits. So if something wasn't working, I can just kind of make my own up. I had like a rack of little drawers, kind of like what people use for screws and stuff. And I had every IC chip you can imagine. I'm starting to forget a lot of the terminology, but there's certain chips that they're like generic, like the TT. What is it? The one that I can remember is I don't know if it starts with TI or TLC, not TLC. Anyways, something. IC 555. That was a timer chip, so I used that one a lot to get simulations repeated. It would basically give me a timer so that I can run the same program over and over, and I can adjust the interval with that chip, things like that. I forgot a lot of that stuff already. That was 20 years ago. Jeez, 20 years ago. That's a long time. But yeah, that was fun. But again, I go too far. I go too hard on something, and I just burn out. I lose interest. I think the community should use Parsec more. Yeah, I've heard Parsec. I think I have it on my list. I was working on a cloud gaming history video that me and Papa Bear Gaming were gonna collab on, but we'll see. So someday it might come out. Needs to own the game, and you can pull people into play. Oh wow, well that'd be cool. Well, that's one thing about Luna. Yeah, you can do that too. Yeah, you can do local co-op with somebody. They don't even have to have the game. They don't even have to have Luna. Yeah, but that'd be nice. Crow Resin, welcome, buddy. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. Thank you. I haven't even gotten to the news, but I will. My wife and I were just commenting how interesting of a guy you are. Oh, me? Me? I feel like I'm pretty boring. I mean, I guess on paper. On paper, it sounds, this infantry platoon sergeant. There's also a wedding photographer that speaks Japanese. Born an illegal immigrant in the U.S. and I didn't even know it. I didn't know I was a legal immigrant until I tried to sign up for the army. I told you guys the story already, but my mom's like, you can't join the army. You're illegal. You don't have papers. I guess that on paper it sounds interesting, but I'm pretty boring. My daughters think I'm boring. Papa, you're not funny, Papa. Oh my gosh. I caught my oldest daughter. I caught her very first eye roll on my vlogs. I have a bunch of vlogs up, I caught it. I slowed it down. I reversed it. It's funny. And then now she's only 11. And now it doesn't matter what I say. I can be like, oh, it's such a nice day out. It's just the eye roll comes out. So now I just mock her all the time with the eye rolls. love, love the computer history of yours. My computer history, yeah. I was a big nerd, man. Still to this day, but I'm less of a techie now and more of a observer of, back then I was hands-on type of guy. Now I can just observe and, watch videos and stuff and just learn that way. It was hilarious doing a live stream. Primo gave me his phone number in Spanish after I asked for it, and no one noticed it. Yeah, I know. That's why I typed it out. Because if I do the numbers, everybody's, oh, that looks like a phone number right there, or a serial number, or a social security number. So I typed it out in Spanish, and nobody realized it. Yeah. I'm not hard. I'm not a hard guy to find. So the only reason that I hesitate with certain things is because I have I have daughters. You know what I mean? And so if it was up to me, my address would be up. I'd be telling everybody come over, hang out. But obviously, when you're the only male, and it's young daughters, you gotta be smart about it. Um, so yeah. Otherwise, I'm pretty open guy. I don't have a problem talking about like finances and like, private matters or whatever. I go off. All right, so let's check out some of these stories before I run out of time just talking and talking. Okay, so scoring, I'll check that out. So next month I'm gonna do the $1 3-month Xbox Ultimate Pass, and so every other day it should be an xCloud game. I did test Fortnite a few days ago and it wasn't great. And so I'm assuming that Fortnite should be the best performing game because it's the only free to play game. But it wasn't great, and I really can't blame him, man. I'm in Hawaii, so there's only so many services that are gonna be great over here. Halo Infinite, Forza Horizon 5, and more games available. I do like Forza. I couldn't play on xCloud, but that's why I might install it on my computer, or maybe possibly if I do get a console besides the Switch, I might get an Xbox. I don't know. I try to convince myself earlier, but I couldn't. So dump October 14, 2022. What does that mean? That's not all. We've also got Meta Connect 2022 to talk about, and Microsoft's partnerships to bring Xbox Game Pass and cloud gaming to Meta platforms. Meta platforms like Facebook platforms. Bandwidth, GeForce Now ups gaming resolution to 1600. These Chromebooks are made specifically for cloud gaming. Did you guys see that post from MB? What is his name? MKBHD. Anyways, well, he's like, it's good to he hit Google up with like, it's good to see you guys care about, yeah, MKBHD. It's good to see you guys caring about cloud gaming or something like that. I was like, ooh, ouch. That's a lot of views right there from that guy. You know what I mean? You don't want to get a burn from that guy because millions of people are gonna see it. We live. Oh, hold on. I keep looking down. I should be looking up here. We live in a messed up world, man. But you have to protect the family. Otherwise, I really have no fear for myself. Yeah. As far as for me, if you see me, I'm a big dude, man. I'm not super tall. I'm 5'10", 260 something pounds. So I got what, I don't know, 40 something inch chest, 45, maybe 50-inch chest. I'm fat, but I play high school football, and I pulled a bunch of stuff in the army. Hey, Michelle's here, staying up late. Oh no, actually I'm early. Yeah, it is 10 for you. So personally, I avoid fights with little guys because little guys can surprise you, but size doesn't intimidate me. Anyways. So I'm not really concerned about myself, but I should be smarter and think about my daughters and stuff. So Logitech's G Cloud reviews. I don't think I would get the G Cloud. I don't think, especially because I have the two switches. One of them is not being used. I would rather just convert that into an Android tablet than buy the G Tech. You know, it's still cheaper. You can buy a Switch Lite for $200, make it an Android device, and there you go. You know, there's ways to install Android on there. You can even install it on a SD card, and so you don't really mess with the actual OS on the Switch. You're just messing with the SD card. Watch a new gaming Chromebook, Pixel 7. The Pixel 7 Pro looks nice, but too rich for me. Nvidia on launches. Oh, this is what you guys were talking about. Well, I'm gonna do a real quick scan because that was interesting. Nvidia on launches 12 gigabyte GeForce RTX 4080. Oops. What is in the name? Quite a bit, it turns out. Yeah, those things are massive, man. After some math and pushback by the GeForce community, Nvidia has decided to unlaunch the 12 gigabyte version of the newly announced GeForce RTX 4080, leaving the 16 gigabyte model as the only 4080 slated to ship on November 16th. The fact that the company says it's not named right points to a likely decision to remarket the graphics card as an RTX 4070. I expect that the rest of the desktop RTX 4000 series models, now include that one, will be announced at CES 2023 in January. As announced along with the 16 gigabit, am I saying it right? Gigabyte, byte. Yeah, see, I throw myself off sometimes. Model at the RTX 4090, the 12 GB version of the RTX 4080 now not only has less memory, it had less of everything than the 16 GB model. The graphics processor is slower, the data path is narrower, and there are fewer CUDA cores. After analyzing the specs, people claim that there would be too much of a performance gap between the 12 GB and the 16 GB models to consider them both 4080, and that the specs really were closer in spirit to where they set historically to the 70 models than the 80 models. That's funny. That's got to be embarrassing. Yeah, so that's what the SPG and Certified Doc we're talking about earlier in Cloudy Thoughts. How to transfer Cyberpunk. I'm definitely going to do this. So how to transfer Cyberpunk 2077 Stadia saves to PC. I'm already basically at 1 million. I cheated, but, you know. Well, I won't say cheated. I took advantage of a little hack that they had. Yeah, I'm more scared of smaller guys than bigger guys, because small guys have been fighting and trying to prove a point their whole lives. But a lot of the times, the bigger guys, just the size alone means that most people won't fight them. And so a lot of the times, unless they run into somebody bigger than them, they're just going to avoid a fight just by the pure size. That's how I kind of came up. People try to bully me, I just swell up a little bit, and they'll be like, "Whoa, you don't have to get mad about it," and then they just back off. But little guys, they fight all the time, man, all the time, and so they have better fighting skills. But that's just my 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 thoughts on that. You know what I mean? I could be wrong. Are we passionate talking again? Passionate talking again? I'm always passionate talking, Michelle. I'm always speaking with passion. Now I really have to send you a video of this extremely thin guy who went insane on the punching bag. He had incredible speed and was an older guy too. So I do have some stories where I've seen smaller guys beat bigger guys. What is it when you don't have data but you have stories? Anyways, there's a word that I can't think of. So I was a security guard, and These guys were fighting, but they weren't in my section, so I was just watching. I'm not gonna mess with them because a security guard, all you have to do is like write down, call the cops or whatever. So there's just two guys, military guys. They came out of the club. It's like 2 a.m, and then one guy's probably about 5'8", no shirt, just muscle. It's just muscle on top of muscle on top of muscle, right? But he's 5'8". He's just like looking up at the other guy who's maybe 150 pounds, 6 feet tall, maybe, but skinny, right? And then that the swole guy, he was being all loud, yeah, whoa, screaming at the guy, yeah, putting his hand in his face. And the skinny guy was like, like just irritated, right? You can tell his face is like, oh my gosh, this guy. And so the swole guy backs up and gets, you can tell he's getting ready to kind of come at him. And the skinny guy literally just goes, so let's, okay, right? Small guy right here, big muscles. Tall guy over here. He's just like annoyed, and he notices the guy is backing up to swing, and he just goes, flop! And the guy drops. One hit. He just drops. Like, you hit him in the jaw, and then just like he had the skinny legs, the bodybuilders with skinny legs. And his friends was just embarrassed. They grabbed him up and dragged him out. It was hilarious, bro. And the skinny guy never even moved his feet. He just went plop, and the guy came down. He didn't swing back. He didn't do any of that. He literally just went plop. Everybody was laughing. It was so embarrassing for that guy, man. He should have kept the shirt on. Lenovo's IdeaPad 5i gaming Chromebook. So I think there's going to be a lot of news about Chromebooks because they just got announced, and obviously with Stadia shutting down and Google releasing these doing this deal with these Chromebook manufacturers, because they own Chromebook. They don't make PCs, but or laptops. They don't make Chromebooks. They own the software operating system. And so it's pretty hilarious that they shut down their cloud gaming service and then release these laptops that are designed for cloud gaming. You'd have 1 million subscribers if you had those videos up. Yeah, that'd be so funny. I wish I did. Party invite from Plank John. I don't know who that is, but I can't join right now because I'm streaming. But thank you, Plank John. I will definitely hit you up. So I posted my my gamer tag on Twitter and asked everybody to add me, so that when I do start streaming on those platforms, or even if I just feel like playing and asking somebody to join, I can do that. The RTX 3080 offer goes to 1600p and 120 frames per second on Chromebooks. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna keep the 3080 tier. It's just not blowing my mind like I thought it would. It got overly hyped. Overhyped. It got overhyped. Spiral Up Games launches as gateway to the Chinese market. What does that mean? Let's check this out. Hold on. Accept all cookies. I shouldn't, but I will. I'm gonna incognito mode anyways. You guys can see that, right? Spiral Up Games launches as gateway to the Chinese market. Singapore-based indie publisher touts its ability to market games beyond the US and Europe. I don't know. So Spiral Up is the developer. Spiral Up Games has thrown its hat into the crowded indie publisher ring, and it is selling its ability to promote games in China as a way to stand out from the crowd. The Singapore-based outfit offers funding and an assortment of publishing services to games in North America and Europe, but adds that it has a balanced focus, including expertise in China. Marketing a game in China is not quite as straightforward, Spiral Up CEO Aldrich Chang said. You need to be able to navigate the cultural sensitivities and reach out to the Chinese influencers and press, which remains challenging to publishers who don't have roots in the region. Yet, this is necessary if you want to expose your game to this massive growing market. We have the ability, experience, and means to do so. Not many publishers can claim that. What does this have to do with cloud? Let me check this out. Hold on. Oh, okay. Never mind. So it's just an article within an article. Okay, so I'm going to check this guys out later. NVIDIA cancels. Okay, we saw that. Could Call of Duty doom the Activision Blizzard deal. Could Call of Duty? Okay, so I'm guessing that because Microsoft is trying to buy Activision, and they kind of made it seem like they're gonna pull Call of Duty from the other platforms, that it might cause them problems as far as the whole monopolizing a game. So that might hurt them. Let's see. A person do not need 4K 120 frames per second gaming, so I don't need the latest graphics card. Yeah, like I said, this is a 2K monitor. When I look at 1080 or 4K, it looks the same to me. You know what I mean? Because even though there is a nice little gap between 1080 to 2K, it's not crazy. Not enough for my eyes to kind of notice it right away, especially when I've been playing at 720 with Stadia. Recently, Stadia has been giving me kind of problems, but it performs better as far as overall. So yeah, so I'm not really, yeah, the $20 for the 3080 is not really calling me. So I might just stick to the 10. If I stick with GFN, it's gonna be the $10 priority tier. The Dean Beat Game Beats Summit Next 2022 packet. I don't even know what that means. Brothers admit killing Maltese anti-corruption journalist. Okay, what does that have to do with cloud gaming again? Razer Blade 15 RTX 3080 gaming laptops just got a massive. I do like Razer, so I think the next time I need a laptop or even a gaming PC, it might be Razer. I like Razer stuff. I think it's just because their logo's green and I like green. I'm a very simple man. Stadia's Outcasters will be lost to history because it has. So does that mean they announced it? I heard, not I heard. I saw some people posting about it. So I'm gonna assume that developers already made a decision they're not gonna port it to other platforms, which sucks. I might end up playing it. I'm gonna play Outcasters all day, January 17th. Yeah, I like Razer. I like I have the Razer Kishi. I have two of their headphones. I wanted to get the keyboard and mouse, but these are still working. And then my keyboard has. Oh, I can't show you because of it's tied down, but it has a CAC card. I'm in the military, so my military card fits in there, so it can read when I send emails and stuff. And so if I get the Razer one, I would have to get like a CAC card reader. So I used to have a CAC reader, but I don't know where it is now. Stadia's Outcasters will be lost to history because it was so closely tied to the service's DNA. Well, this is just plain sad. Anyone concerned with video game preservation will really be bummed out to learn that Outcasters, a Stadia exclusive title, will not survive the service's shutdown. In a tweet this week, Splash Damage, the game's developer, sent out a final farewell and thank you to gamers and stated that it currently has no plans to port the frantic, fast-paced, and competitive game to other platforms. Oh man, that's sad. I want to read it. Man, this is such a good game. I wonder why though. Is it too much money or what? Not cool, bro. Oh, look at Gem put a little teary-eyed thing on it. Dear Stadians, it is with a heavy heart that we inform you that we do not have plans to bring Outcasters to other platforms at this time. Outcasters was designed and built exclusively for Stadia, with many of its systems heavily reliant on the platform, significantly increasing the complexity of the work required. We still firmly believe that cloud gaming has a bright future in our industry, providing easier access to games than ever before, and we are encouraged to see that other platforms still champion this cause. As our final thank you to all of you that supported us, we put together a short video showing a rare behind-the-scenes look at the various stages of development of Outcasters from its humble beginnings to today. Thank you. Oh, man. That's sad. Where's the video? Oh, right here. Oh, wait, is this the video? Hold on. Is that too loud? Wow, this is hold on, I gotta start from the beginning. Outcast is developing. Look back. Wow, look, it looked way different, yeah. Oh. Aw. About all the DLC. That's sad. Womp womp womp. Stadia was a trailblazer in terms of its technology and infrastructure, and while most developers didn't take full advantage of it, Splash Damage itself dove in head first to provide players with a unique experience that couldn't be created elsewhere. You see, Outcast relies almost entirely on Google's platform, meaning that restructuring it for another console or even for PC would require too much work and money, at least in its current state. Fight your friends and team up with them. That's not at all to say that it won't be possible, but with the shutdown of the company's cloud gaming service, Splash Damage would need to find alternative means for supporting its developers and their vision to give Outcast new life, and that could take quite a bit of time if it happens at all. This is certainly one of the more depressing stories to come out as a result of Stadia's death. Well, I mean, not more depressing, the people losing jobs, but I can guarantee it won't be the last. Google has done a lot of harm to a lot of people and their livelihoods with its decision as of late, and I believe the shockwaves it's sending out will be felt far and wide for some time to come. Geek the Sneak. Oh, thank you, Geek the Sneak, man. I appreciate this guy. He's on fire. He's giving away games. He's subscribing to memberships. Bro, man, you're gonna make me cry right now. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I wish we had man. Never mind. Geek the Sneak, man. You're the man, brother. Appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. He gave away 2 games today. Logitech G Cloud. If you cloud gaming was perfect, it would be 2. Yeah, actually, that is a good point. If cloud gaming was perfect, it would be 2. If xCloud would perform as good as Luna for me here in Hawaii, then without a doubt it'd be number 1, because you could buy games, and like if you have that system already, right, you can play all the games. At some point, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be able to play the games that you own on xCloud. Any Xbox games that you own, I'm pretty sure if Xbox wants to continue to expand, it might take a while, it might take years, but if they want to continue to improve the service, then they're gonna have to do that. Because when you think about cloud gaming, okay, when you think about consoles, obviously, to be able to sell the next console, it has to be faster, it has to be better, it has to be, you know what I mean? It has to have something to pull you in from the one you already have. So like, if somebody has the PS4, why would they buy the PS5 if there's no improvements to the PS5, right? So when you're talking about hardware, that's an easy one, you know what I mean? Okay, make sure. So we're doing 4K now. Okay, well, next one's gonna have 8K. We're doing 120. Okay, the next one's gonna have 240 frames per second. So that's like a easy one, right? Well, the equivalent of that in the cloud, because there's no hardware, right? It's not just improving their own hardware, right? Those are more like those are platform specific. How can I? So there's things that are better for the customers, and there's things that are better for like the developers, and there's things that's better for the platform. You see what I'm saying? And so at some point, if Xbox wants to make xCloud better, they're gonna have to offer 4K, they're gonna have to offer 120, they're gonna have to offer an ability to purchase a game and play it on the cloud and also be able to download it. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so I'm not the best with words, but hopefully you guys understand what I'm trying to say. And if what was this again? Is it okay? Yeah, so once cloud gaming becomes better, right? Then all these devices by default are going to be better. You know what I mean? You're going to be talking about xCloud playing 4K on a monitor, you know, that's that size. Yeah, hopefully that made sense. But Microsoft partners with Meta to bring Teams. So we saw that earlier. So now they're going to have Teams in the metaverse. You know, let's see. Oh, did I miss something? Oh, we got Cowboy in the house. Hold on, let me back up a little bit. I think I missed. Razor's cool company. Okay. I had to jump over to hear what Primo is up to. What's going on, Primo? What's up, Cowboy? How are you doing? Would you stream it earlier, or was it a video that I saw? Did you upload a video, or were you streaming? I didn't. I couldn't tell. Was because I was driving. For the Stadia exclusives on the platform, it would be cool to save gameplay footage and create a playlist for them for memory purposes. So a lot of my shorts that I'm updating right now, that I'm uploading right now, they're Stadia clips, and so that's how I'm preserving them. I'm also keeping the clips, so I download the clip, I put it into the software to turn it into a 9:16. I upload it and then I save my clip. And I don't know if I'm going to do anything with the clip in the future. I know that I did a compilation of crashes for Wreckfest, so I might do something like that with like a little bit of music background, and then I made shorts from that too. But yeah, I'm saving my clips already, and I think there's a way you can. I saw a tutorial a long time ago where you can actually save your clips and your screenshots onto Google Drive. I haven't done it, but the Logitech G Cloud is a beautiful handheld, but it's only $100 cheaper than Steam Deck, which can do more. It's actually only like $50 cheaper if you're not getting it pre-ordered. Yeah, I don't see the Logitech G Cloud doing anything for me at the moment. Congratulations to launching your membership, Primo. Oh, thanks, man. I've had it for a little while. I've had it for over a year. It's just that it hasn't really I haven't really done much to push it. I had one video that I was like super kind of like energetic, and it kind of irritated me after a while, so I took it off. I think I did that video for what's the other one before I had memberships. I did that video for Patreon, and it got irritating. It might still be in my Patreon, but I don't do anything for Patreon anymore. Be right back. All right, thank you, Michelle. I know you always lurking. I uploaded a video. I rarely ever stream Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah. When you were on vacation, you streamed a few times, huh? So let's see. Man, I smell like gas. Somebody running the car next to me. I don't know, man. Feels like somebody has maybe somebody's trying to kill me over here. Now my window's right next to the neighbor's driveway, so sometimes they I like sit in my car with the air conditioner, so they're probably doing the same thing. But I got plenty of windows, so no worries. Okay. Video games thematic research changing on user demands. What is it? This is the kind of things that are like maybe. I think I skipped a couple of things. CMA unswayed by Microsoft arguments for Activision. CMA is basically like the ones that approve mergers. Video games. Thematic research. Changing users' demands. I'm going to scrub to this one real quick because it could be interesting. It could be just boring. Let's see what it says. Thematic research. Changing user demands, new monetization and distribution channels, and technological progress driving sectors. Research and makers. Okay. So I've seen this a lot. Key highlights: games and gaming platforms are increasingly focused on the metaverse, a virtual world where users share experiences and interact in real time within simulated scenarios. Mr. Urban World, have you tried like is there like a Facebook actual metaverse that you can plug into your VR set? Gaming is an ideal starting point for the metaverse. The metaverse involves communities built on engaging content. Video games is a heavily contested industry that attracts big ticket M&A deals every year. I'm using my fast reading skills right now. Scope this okay. Yeah, so I've seen something like that before. Nothing new stands out. Outcast is dead. Deal on Logitech G Cloud. NVIDIA GeForce Now cloud gaming service update allows. Okay. Predictable. Google announced the end. Okay. It was, however, predictable. People is living rent free in Mark Zuckerberg's head. Oh, Apple. I don't know. Where did I get people from? Let's see. I'm part of many communities, and the Stadia community was the most unique I've ever joined due to the personalities. Yeah, like Cowboy. Way more peaceful than console wars. The arcade community is pretty decent too. Outside of the gaming communities are pretty toxic. I think I feel like certain game communities, like communities that focus around a game like COD or Fortnite, I think those are the ones that tend to be real toxic, especially when it's a competitive game. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, there's a bunch of them. Yes, I'm part of the Facebook and Microsoft metaverse that's built into the Quest. So how is it? What do you do? You just walk around into like a virtual city. You can have like a virtual office and house, or what is it like a like a what do you call commercial version of Cyberpunk 2077 with pens instead of guns? So Primo, I know you've been trying a bunch of cloud platforms. So what do you like the most so far? What's your number one besides Stadia, of course? Yeah, so it's gonna be real hard to find anything close to Stadia, but Luna's quality is really nice. Luna's quality is better, better than Stadia. The quality, I don't like the business model at all, not even a little bit. The price is okay, but because you pay one price, if you pay one price, you don't get everything. If you pay multiple price, you get the same games from different channels, which is weird. And for that reason, the business model is not it's not great. I like some of the features. I was just saying earlier that the 3080 from GFN doesn't impress me at all. It's not better than Luna's 1080 uh, quality. Um, so, but if I was to guess right now, if I tried, if my assumptions are correct, then by the time I finish testing all of them, it's probably gonna be either only Luna, Prime, not Prime Plus, or the $10 GFN. Most likely, it's gonna be one of those. Um, I've met so many cool people on there, and we've met up often to play various games. We can't teleport to each other. So that my favorite part about the Stadia community is that you can literally jump in anybody's stream and play with them without feeling like you're annoying them, or that they don't really want you there, or you know what I mean. They're very welcoming in that regard. So I can basically go to Cowboy's stream, jump in and be part of the panel, or I can go to SPG, have him put me into the game, the multiplayer games that he does. Same with Ray was the reason that I kind of pushed myself to get into the community, because I wanted to play PUBG with him. And so yeah, that's gonna be hard to find, man. That's gonna be hard to find, because if you find somebody who's an Xbox content creator, They're gonna have more eyes on, and you have to be part of the Xbox, which makes sense. You know, you have to be part of the Stadia community. You have to be a part of the Xbox kind of ecosystem, and it doesn't seem like a guaranteed thing that you're gonna be able to join them and stuff. You know, there were some times where I would play Animal Crossing before I went, you know, head first into the Stadia community. I was doing a lot of Animal Crossing stuff, and there were some content creators with like 5,000 6,000 subscribers that you couldn't join their island. You couldn't just, hey, here's my code, or what, can you send me your code, or can I join your island? So uh, yeah, it's definitely different. I had a lot of good experiences with the Stadia community. The community would be so peaceful if I wasn't in it. I have my moments when I build a community, but then I have my moments when I help tear it down. Yeah, man. I don't know what it is. I guess you know, I've seen I've seen a lot of people complain recently, but you can only learn from it, man. Everything is a life lesson. Everything's a life lesson. So if something, so I think I talked about this before. You might have been in the show when in the stream when I talked about it. So you have to constantly try to improve yourself. So if I was to tell you right now the things that I need to work on for me personally is I need to be more patient with my daughters and my wife. I'm super mean to them. I'm not a mean person in general, but uh, I'm especially strict with them because I feel, especially with my daughters, I feel that my wife is a little bit too lenient, and so they think they can get away with certain things, and I don't. That's not how it should be. And so sometimes they're not doing anything wrong, but then I see their actions as like, oh, they think they can do this or they think they can do that without any repercussions. So then I immediately say, what are you doing? Oh, okay. Okay, carry on. You know what I mean? So I need to work on that because I obviously don't want to traumatize them, always yelling at them. Hey, well, you can't do that. I don't hit them. I've never hit them. I never plan to hit them. But I am kind of mean to them. Strict, I guess is the word. So that's personally right now, that's what I need to work on. I need to stop arguing with people. That's my thing too. As far as like sometimes people post stuff that I don't agree with. So I just kind of want to be like, well, let me tell you why you're wrong. And that's not really a good thing to do either. I enjoy it, but it's not good to do. But I can tell you this is an example from way back when I was in high school that I caught myself. So you have to be self-aware, and it seems like you're aware of the things you need to work on. It's just maybe you need to practice more on trying to get those things worked out. So one thing that I knew was a problem when I was in high school, and again, if you were here the last time that I talked about it, I apologize, but I'm gonna mention it again. So I'm a real touchy guy. I like touching people. I like punching them in the hey, what's up, buddy? Hey, how you doing? You know. So I just like tapping people in the back. I wasn't really a hugger so much, but then I kind of turned into like a hugger once in a while. You know what I mean? But it was mostly tapping people. What's up, man? How you been? Punching. Hey, that guy. Right, I was that guy short of like this. I wasn't this guy, but I was really close to that guy. And so I noticed that I would annoy people a lot. In the middle school, I got slapped in the face for being real touchy from one of my friends, like a female friend. In high school, I kind of noticed, that people would get irritated from me always touching them and stuff like that. And it wasn't sexual. It was just literally just kind of tapping them, punching them in the shoulder, grabbing them, hugging them up and trying to lift them up. And so I noticed that a lot of people get annoyed. Well, once I got to the military, I wasn't, you're not allowed to touch people, right? And so I kind of wasn't easy, but I kind of practiced. Like I would catch myself getting ready to like tap somebody in the back. Playing football, I would you tap you tap your not co-players, what do you call your teammates? You would tap teammates on the butt and all that. And so I would catch myself trying not to touch people. My wife hates me because of that. Like I'm always touching her, always slapping her butt, always with her. Obviously, it's sexual, but yeah, always tapping her butt, always coming behind her and hugging her, or just rubbing her hair. And like sometimes I just mess up her hair just because it's always so perfect. You know what I mean? So I'm still annoying with my wife, but I learned that with other people, when you don't have that kind of relationship, it's inappropriate, even if it's not sexual, if it's inappropriate. So I was self-aware enough around my, late teens, early 20s that I stopped doing that. So now my bestest friend, I don't touch, I don't, hey, what's up, man? Boo, boo. No, none of that. So it takes time, man. It takes time and it takes effort to be able to improve yourself, and it never ends, and never, because you focus on something, you work on it, you get better at that, and then you have to work on something else, and it's just never ending. I mean, 2016, I was 36 years old, still struggling with managing money, and I had to work on that and work on that, and I got better at it, and now we're because of that. That's a big one too for a lot of people. They have trouble with that. So now, because I practice managing our money better, then we were better off when the pandemic hit, and we couldn't work and stuff. So always, especially, you sound like you're self-aware. What you can't do is you can't excuse it. You can't just say, oh, I'm annoying people, but that's how I am. You know what I mean? That only works if you're 90 years old, and there's no way you can change your ways. You know what I mean? I've been inside realistic mansions and have played Stadia with others in the same living room. Ooh, that'd be cool. Yeah, I did a VR chat, and I watched movies with other people. Visited house parties where people paid the chick via Cash App, purchased items from shopping malls, etc. I can't go all the way. I love GFN and Luna. Yeah, I think those are gonna be my go-to Geek to Sneak. Hopefully xCloud. I do like the game the games available in xCloud. So hopefully they improve their service here in Hawaii, but that's going to take years, I think. Been on Christmas training, sitting around having great conversations with people. Went to a Comedy Central concert. Ooh, nice. Went to business seminars, met up with people in the Stadia community, you name it. Yeah, I mean, I like VR chat. I can't stream it. Definitely can't stream VR chat. I would get banned immediately if I did that. It's just people have no self control there. Boostroid is all right, but there's no ease of use with the platform. Yeah, so I'm gonna try Boostroid. Right now, I don't have any input on it at all. I'm gonna kind of try to ignore uh, all the conversations about illegality and stuff like that. I'm gonna play it and see how it goes, and we'll see if it's better than everything. Then it's better than everything. You literally have to add every game. Yeah, so that's another one. If I have to, like Shadow, the fact that I have to download it and upload it and everything, it's the same thing. I just rather put it on my computer. I have too many for that. Yeah, yeah. Geek to Sneak. If you had to choose which one is number one, GFN or Luna? Yeah, that was a hard question though. That's a good question. For me, I'd say GFN because I have an extensive Steam library. If not for that, I'd probably pick Luna. Yeah, I have more games on Steam and Epic now, or on GFN, because of those free games in Epic, free games on Amazon Prime Gaming or whatever. And then they have a lot of free to play games. So that's a hard question. Yeah, it's not an easy win for either of them. That makes a lot of sense. I'm coming up on 400 Steam games. You know what I did? And you guys are going to think this is dumb. So what I did is there's a way you can install all the free packages. And so I was thinking to myself, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do that, get all the free packages in, and then see which ones show up on GFN, and then erase the rest. Bro, I got to like 450 free packages, and I'm like, oh my God, that's too many. So I had to shut it down. There was like over 9,000, 9,700 or whatever. I don't even know. I'm like, yeah, that'd be dumb. It would take forever just to delete them. So I stopped, and then my Steam is popping up now. So now I have like 500 games, and really only had like 20 before that, and the free to play games. And so now I have to take some time and go through all. It should be easier because all the last ones that I updated. So I have to go through and delete all those. I'm just glad I didn't ignore it, and it got to like 9,000. It would have taken 7 days to not install, to just add those to my library, because Steam has like a limiter on how many games you can add per hour. And so I think it was only like 50 every hour, 52 or something like that. So look, can you guys see that? So these are all the games now, and it just keeps going. There's a bunch of Chinese and Korean ones that I can't even read, like this one. And there's no reviews, there's no nothing on it. So I'm like, oh yeah, that was a mistake. So I'm gonna have to go through and delete all of those at some point. Yeah, so don't do that. Learn from my mistakes. I've been collecting games for PC since 2015 or so. Wow. So what's the best way to get free or very, very cheap games? I just bought two off the Switch for $2. And they're basically, oh, what happened right here? They're basically like Little Nightmares, but 2D, I mean, 2D versions, but it's not as fancy as Little Nightmares. Yeah, 1000% truth. If you go back 2 years ago, you'll see me on Stadiasaurus, and each week they would say, "Cowboy, who are you beefing with this week?" I literally didn't change. It's just new people came in. Yeah, you gotta. I mean, like I said, life lessons, man. Life lessons. If you enjoy it, if it doesn't bother you at all, if you can sleep at night with people, being upset with you, then it's really you. So about mental health, man. Mental health. If it's not good for your mental health, change your ways. If it doesn't bother you, if you be okay, then it is what it is. Some people are gonna come to you because of that. Some people are gonna run away from you because of that. So into the community and wasn't used to me. So for them, once I started to have beef with people or keep it real like I did about Stadia, it shocked them and made me the bad guy. I mean, you said it yourself. You play the bad guy for entertainment reasons. So you either seeing you how you want them to see you. You know what I mean? Because what's your buddy's name? Obi Rose Kenobi. He's got a way more amped up personality, but he's super sweet, super nice. You know what I mean? So you're a nice guy, but you do you you choose to do these things. But again, so go back 2 years ago, and you'll see me being the exact same as I am now. If that's how you are, man, that's how you are. I have hundreds of videos showing me acting the exact same as I do now. You guys are just new to it. Yeah, maybe. I know I'm new to it. Well, you know what I mean? About to give myself a low haircut. I'll listen to stream as I do that. You just shave your head? That's what I do. I do a free. I'm too cheap to pay somebody to cut my hair. Plus, most important, I was being critical about something people love. When I was talking negatively about GFN, Maker Duncan, and many others had issues with me. Yeah. I've said this before, but it's not because you were talking negative about Stadia. It's because you were the Stadia Cowboy, which, by the way, your about page on your YouTube channel still says Stadia Cowboy. I don't know if you want to keep it that way or change it, but you were the Stadia Cowboy, and people that were looking for Stadia content creators came to you because you were putting out Stadia content. And then all of a sudden, not you didn't walk away like Nerd Nest or or Jam or whoever else walked away. You didn't walk away from it. You stayed in it, and you flipped on them. So I mean, just like I've said that before, and I explained it. What if I had a YouTube channel talking about, pizza's the best, and all the pizza lovers come to my channel, and we talk about the different pizzas that we can eat and the different ways you can eat pizza and different crusts and different sauces. And then I started hating pizza, or pizza doesn't do it for me anymore. I got tired of pizza. Ideally, I would just be like, you know what? No more pizza videos, like keto for me, right? No more pizza videos. But if I would have just started hating on pizza and be like, yeah, I don't like pizza anymore. Pizza doesn't have the best flavors. I don't like the texture of pizza. Then people are gonna have a problem. A lot of people have YouTube channels that just move on from whatever the original content is, keto, vlogs, all that stuff for me. But to go back and start saying that people that do keto are infected with the keto virus, and I'm here to uninfect them, that's a little rough, man. It's a little hard to spin. I was the guy who joked and would draw all through classes. I pretty much was cool with most of everybody unless you tried me. Then I had to whoop some ass. Yeah, you're a big dude. Your voice is impressive, bro. When I first heard you on, I think it was Cowboy Show, I was like, damn, geek is not a geek. There's no way that's a geek's voice. My biggest issue is I'm not here to babysit grown men's feelings. I often don't have remorse for people who can't handle my sturdness. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a whole different show right there. Uh, I'm not here to babysit grown men feelings. I'm not here. Think about what I think we've been through this before, man. Babysit grown men feelings. So you're telling somebody this is how I feel about something. If you feel this way about it, then you're either wrong or I don't agree with it or blah blah blah. So they respond and you're like, well, you're just a baby that you can't take. You know what I mean? It's like, no, you're creating the drama. People react to that drama, and then you say, oh, you're a man with these feelings about this thing that I'm not here for that. It's like, wait, you created this. You created those feelings. You specifically targeted that type of people so they can have those types of feelings. And then when they started talking about them, you're like, yeah, I'm not here for that. Yeah, I don't know if you get it, but that's how I see it. I don't know if you see it that way, but I'm just saying, if a lot of people are stepping away from your ecosystem, you can blame all those people if you want, or you could try to find the pattern and figure out, okay, so I was cool with this person, now I'm not. I was cool with that person, now I'm not. I'm cool with this person, that person, now I'm not. These guys are coming in and saying that I'm doing the thing that I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, those guys are wrong. It's like, I don't know, man. Patterns, man, patterns. My Steam Deck is going to be free thanks to surveys and custom. Yeah, you told me about that. That's cool, man. I do the surveys, but not that many. I do just do the Google rewards. Randomly supporting one of my businesses, so I'll be picking it up next month and saving it for Christmas as a gift for myself. Noise, yeah, man, you got a lot of gifts. You got all kinds of VR stuff, the Switch, the Steam Deck. Man, my wife would stab me in the face if I walked in with another console. I'm about to cut my hair, so I won't be able to respond for 30 minutes or so. Cool. I don't think I'm going to be here another 30 minutes, so I got to go pick up my friend's daughter, and she's in Japanese class. Then I got to pick up my own daughter. She's in like an extracurricular activity. And then we got to go to that girl's brother's party. And so I don't know. That's why I decided to do it now. I was supposed to do it at 9. I'm not sure about if I'm going to be back by 9 because it's a birthday party. It's a kid's birthday party, but it's Friday, so I don't know. We'll see. I just did it now just in case. And I really haven't even gone through like one page, I think. Hey, folks would call me crazy when I snapped. I didn't like fighting, but I was good at it. I'm the same way, man. I de-escalate. I would rather apologize and bite my tongue before it got physical. But there's times where you don't have that luxury of reaction time. You know what I mean? Something happens and you have to do something now. And a lot of normally I get upset, and as I'm getting upset, I can kind of talk myself down and I'll be like, you know what, my bad, man, I didn't know I was gonna get upset, blah, blah, blah. Let's just walk away. But there's sometimes it just goes from one to the next, and yeah, that was not good for them. I'm not a good fighter at all, but I have a lot of weight on me, and so basically my go-to is somebody tries to swing or somebody tries to fight me, I either grab them by the arm, the shirt, and I just swing and swing and swing and let go. And normally that stops the fights because they're like, yeah, they don't want that. Even then, I gave him a chance and told him today is not the day. Yeah. Always de-escalate if possible. Long story short, he became a victim. You know what's weird though? I've made more friends from enemies than from just random people. You know what I mean? So a lot of the guys that I used to not get along with, they were want to fight me, or they just had a problem with me. I, They do something, I swell up, and they're like, "Oh, I didn't know he was gonna be that mad." And then they start apologizing. I start apologizing, and we become friends. In fact, I probably shouldn't say this, but well, actually, you guys don't know his name. So my best friend right now is my ex-girlfriend's husband. Ex-girlfriend's husband. Yeah, yeah. I mean, she passed away, but we're still friends. But we were friends even after when she was still alive, and we were exes. So it's weird like that. It's just weird like that. Oh, we got Windstar in the house. I changed that 2 days ago. Oh, you did? Okay. Well, last time I checked, I think I mentioned it on your chat. Maybe that's where you changed it. Last time I checked, it was still State of Cowboy. Nerdnest quit cold turkey. Cowboy started bashing when he got the PS5. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I didn't walk away because I wasn't going anywhere. I was just speaking up that Google stopped bringing the AAA titles and started bringing more indies that proved to be the fact. Yeah, you kind of leaned on it though, man. You kind of lean on it. Just check your titles on your check all your Twitter posts. You were leaning in. I think Cowboy is the type, he goes hard for whatever is his main. Nothing else matters. Yeah, I'm the same way though, so that's why I can't really guilt him. What up? Pretty much Geek to Sneak, but I just say it how it is. I figure let's just get out what we have to say. But I am a content creator, and Stadia became the hottest topic. How could I not count it? Yeah. I don't know, man. I have a problem with when you say I'm keeping it real. I say it how it is. It's like there's tact, and tact is important. You know what I mean? If somebody, if your best friend's mom dies, you're gonna be like, "Hey, man, your mom died." I'm just saying how it is. I'm just telling you facts. Mom's dead over there in the corner. There's tact, man. There's certain ways to say certain things. So when your community is built around this platform, coming in hard with like, yeah, it doesn't do it for me. I'm gonna get the PS5. Stadia made me buy the PS5. That's a little unpalatable. You know what I mean? For most people. What's up, Rudigs? Hey, yo, just ate some seafood. I'm gonna have to leave in about 5 minutes, guys. Just some seafood bowl, had some drinks, Long Island chilling. Just popping in for a bit. Thanks, Winstar. Appreciate it. Hey, yo, Rudig. Say yo, everybody. Hey, we got Califat here. We got Jeff. Everybody's showing up. It always happens. It always happens. I got 5 minutes left and everybody starts showing up. Next time, I'm going to start the stream and just leave that starting screen for like an hour. And then I'll come in and start talking. I watch my views on my videos jump when I make a controversial Stadia. Yeah, it gets the views. Nobody's disagreeing with you, but think about what those views come with. It shows what the viewers want to see the most of. If I was that bad, those videos would have no views. Yeah, but then you keep explaining yourself. So if you have to keep explaining yourself for the topics, then if your mental health is okay, how do you say it? If your mental health is going to be okay, then keep doing it. But if it's going to affect you because you keep having to explain yourself and you feel like the bad guy, and you feel like people aren't liking you or are disappointing you or whatever, if that starts weighing in, then you got to think about if those views are valuable. I was getting some views on my vlogs, but then I got kind of tired of editing, so then I stopped doing them. And so it's one of those things. I gotta go, guys. I gotta go pick up my friend's daughter and go to a birthday party. I'm finished with the Rudigs. You ain't got hair to cut, Primo, because I cut it. Because I cut it. See, then I gotta cut this. I got drill next weekend, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I don't know if I'll be able to do a show next weekend, but we'll figure it out. So I'm going to highlight the one where I left off. I'm going to read everybody else's comments afterwards when I come back. If I come back in time, I'm going to do the GFN stream that I failed to do yesterday because I fell asleep. So if you guys are still up at 3 a.m, watch for my notification. Thanks, guys. Man, look, we got 11 people. I hate to walk away. I love to talk. I love to have you guys here and hanging out, but I got duties to perform. My wife is in Maui. If you guys missed it in the morning and the beginning of the show, my wife is in Maui, so I have to do everything. I spent all day in the car yesterday driving everybody everywhere. So I gotta go do those responsibilities. But thanks everybody, appreciate it. I'm gonna try my best to get a steady time for this show. I do like this format. I do enjoy talking to you guys, checking out what kind of news pops up. And so I'm gonna put a little bit more effort into this show so I can get you guys here next time and we can hang out. But that's it for today. Again, appreciate it. Thank you, Consigno. He became a member while I was not streaming, so I appreciate you. Geek the Sneak, thank you for remembering. I can't figure out the word. Thank you for remembering. Everybody else that stopped by, Cherryman Gaming, Mr. Urban World, don't mess up with your hair. SPG stopped by, Jeff, Crow Resin, everybody that stopped by, Cowboy, and Windstar, Kali Fed, Rudigs. Wow, I feel famous. We got all these celebrities in chat. Jeff. Thanks everybody. Appreciate it. Have a good night. Maybe I'll see you later on my GFN stream. Maybe I won't. Tomorrow I'll be doing some Nintendo gameplay. I haven't decided the game. Probably Splatoon 3. I just bought it. This is going to be Splatoon 3 or Overwatch 2, which is free to play if you guys want to jump in. Callie, if you want to jump in with either of those games. Anybody that has a Switch, we can do that tomorrow. And that's it. I don't stream on Sundays, so I'll see you guys either later today, tomorrow, or Monday. Bye, everybody. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye. Wait, I always forget. I always forget to check if anybody's streaming. Sorry, I always forget. You can't even see me, or you can't see the thing. Hold on. If nobody's streaming, there we go. We got people streaming. Okay, we got Squid streaming. Let's put Squids. Let's send you guys to Squids. Give me a second, everybody. Sorry, I always forget. I keep telling myself not to forget, and I always do. Let me get his link real quick. Let me see if I can do a direct. Hold on one second, everybody. Don't go anywhere yet. Don't go anywhere yet. Oh, please tell me he's gonna allow it. He is. Oh, he didn't. Okay. So if you guys are content creators, make sure you click that box that says allow all redirects, because it's happened like 3 or 4 times with big guys like SPG and Squids and stuff. So that's this link right there. Go check him out. Squids is playing, and let him know I sent you. Thanks everybody. I'll see you guys. Bye.